So this is Midan. She's a great healer within the game. She is a multi-target healer, so she doesn't heal single target and she doesn't do AoE. She heals a number of targets within a range. So let's go and have a look at her and see how we build her out. So as we can see, she's an HP based healer. Basic attack says AoE heal. It's not, because it grants an HP based heal up to 3 allies in range. An HP based healing scales off your HP as the healer and that of the person being healed. Right, now on to her passive. Her passive, the healed targets will be applied with a defense increase lasting for 7 seconds. Now that is defense plus 20% on the person who's being healed, which is handy if it's your tank. And then we've got our ultimate, which dispels all debuffs for all allies in range and then heals them for 110%. Okay, so that's nice. We get rid of all the debuffs on them and we heal them as well. Awaken 1, during the ultimate, damage is reduced by 10%. The A2 is just an HP increase. A3, increase in the attacks healing multiplier by 10%. 4, rage regen auto, so this is the automatic rage regen that's happening all the time. Okay, it's not like the normal rage regen where you have to be doing something. This also happens all the time, so that's quite nice. When the hero is shielded, increases the healing multiplier by 20%. So she does tie in quite well if you've got another healer being used with her, such as Vortex, which puts out shields on people. Now let's go and have a look at that passive in use. So when we're using her, one of the best places to use her up until stage 18 inclusive is gear raid 2. As you can see, we've healed our tank and our tank has that defense buff on him. We've healed him again, the defense buff has reset itself. Heal him again, defense buff resets itself. So every time someone's healed, they get that defensive buff on them. So if we place someone else down as well, and then we heal them, because she's healing up to 3 targets in range, so at the moment that's her, the tank, and now our fighter. Everyone there will get, there's a defense buff up on our fighter as well, so everyone gets that defense buff every time she heals. She's healing all the time. The defense buff lasts for 7 seconds. She's healing faster than every 7 seconds, so that defense buff won't wear off on everyone. So gearing her, on the left hand side I've put salvation set on her. I am looking for HP percent to raise that HP percent on her, and a little bit of healing effect. Healing effect's nice, it ups the amount of healing you do, but bear in mind you've got diminishing returns on it, so the more healing effect you have, it wears off quite quickly, and you certainly don't want to go above 100. Now also you could have the life force set on her. That would be quite good. She'd get a 25% HP buff, so that would be quite nice for her as well. Now on the right hand side, this is the way I generically build my healers. I put their main stat, in this case it's HP, so I've got an HP piece on her, and then I'm looking for attack speed, rage regen, that sort of thing. And then going down, the bottom piece, the ring, I will look for HP percent and then attack speed, and then rage regen, something like that. Maybe healing effect if I can get that on there as well. But the middle piece, the amulet, for my healers I do like to put attack speed on there and then look for HP percent would be ideal. I haven't got it, but I've got HP, flat HP anyway, so I put that on there. But I do like the attack speed going on there, I really do. And that's comes down to her attack intervals. So I get her attack intervals down by about 1.4 seconds. So she's now healing every 1.6 seconds as opposed to every 3. So she's doing twice as many heals almost as she would if I put an HP percent piece in there. And I really do like that speed of heals coming through with my healers. I generally do that with nearly all of them. I just do like that speed going forwards. I like a lot of heals going out. Now, but she's a brilliant healer with this multi-healing ability, where she's healing up to 3 targets in range. She's healing for me, she's healing 3 targets every 1.5 seconds. It's fantastic. So 3 seconds she's probably healing about 6 people in range, which is nice. Now that's only usable on gear raid 2 up to about stage 18 inclusive. Once you get to 19, the boss comes out with that shriek, does 150% damage. So the technique then very much becomes we're removing people off the field of battle and not keeping them there. So when the sandstorm is happening on gear raid 2, that constant damage, she's fantastic for it. But once you get to 19, you have to start removing her. She sort of comes off a bit there. But when we get into the Void Rift, she becomes fantastic again because there are debuffs to remove. On this this rotation here, we've got the poison debuff going on, and there we go, we've got the poison debuff off. It's absolutely brilliant. She sits there, removes all that poison debuff, and it just makes this stage, or these stages with the poisons, much easier all round. And it's not just this stage, is it? There's the stage where they put anti-healing on you as well, and she's there, she'll be removing that debuff for you. So although she loses out on the healing as the game seems to get on with regards to gear raid 2, she starts more to be coming into her own when you get into the Void Rift, and she really is a solid healer. I slept on her because I did Vortex first, then I got Hollow, so I did Hollow, and then I didn't really see a need to make up another healer. I got Sandy, so I've done Sandy, and that got me through, Sadie, and that got me through gear raid 2 19, and then I just sort of looking through who should I level, who do I think's good, and she popped up, and I thought, oh, I slept on her, I've made a mistake here, and she really is absolutely fantastic. She's a good healer. Would I level her before I leveled Vortex at the beginning of the game? I probably wouldn't, if I'm honest. I would still level Vortex. Good healer, massive range, really does take you on through the game. The problem is with her, I suppose, is the fact that Vortex and Hollow and that sort of thing are really good, which sort of pushes her down the pecking order a touch. But she is a good healer in her own right. She shouldn't be overlooked just for the sake of the others. I would probably do Vortex first as my first healer when I first get him, and then my second Vortex I would use to make up the Fusion of Abomination. But don't sleep on her. She really is a very good healer. The dispelling everything works really well, and it does have a place in the game going forward, and it is nice to see that she still has a place as the game evolves. I think the game is going to evolve more and more into requiring more debuffs, and she will become more and more essential going on. Now, Gear raid 2, this is something I just wanted to show you. It's just stage 18. So we can put a defender down, and we can put our healer down, and then we can put a fighter down, and she will just happily there knock out the heals over and over and over again. She heals herself and 2 other people, or she'll heal 3 people in range, and she keeps that going. So the problem you'll get with a single target healer is the fact that they'll heal the person with the lowest HP, then you've got to wait for their attack interval to come round again, and then they'll heal the next person with the next lowest HP, and then the next person with the lowest HP. They do a bigger heal, but she's got this constant healing going out, and while the sandstorm's going on, she keeps going. Now, whether she'll be able to keep Maul alive, who's quite squishy, yeah, she can't, so that's not so much of a surprise. But I don't think Vortex would have kept him alive either. She sits there quite comfortably, keeping everyone alive and herself. She doesn't miss any healing. She has a relatively good range. She's a super little healer. She really is very good. On top of that, she's an epic, so we can skill her all the way up without any issues whatsoever. You haven't got to worry about those legendary skill crystals, which are one of the more rare things in the game. She is an epic, and as an epic, she's absolutely awesome. She really is top draw. So don't sleep on her like I did. If you've got her, use her. Don't be scared about leveling her up or putting XP into her or booking her out or anything like that, or chucking skill crystals into her. She is worth it. She's a very good healer. She can be used quite happily all the way up to including 218. She might be able to be usable past that, but it's unlikely. I'm trying to think, in 219 onwards, generally more of a single target heal and the damage isn't that bad, so maybe not after that, but good healer. If you slept on her like I did, you're making a mistake. Go and grab her out your vault, go and level her up. She's brilliant. Thanks for your time. I'll see you on the video again tomorrow. Cheers and goodbye.